Alright, folks, so since you're going to be tested on this on Thursday, let's go through this now. So, what goes into glycolysis? Glucose. Okay. And then, what kind of molecule you get out of glycolysis? Pyruvic acid. Okay. And then, as far as the energy-related ones, you get what? ATP and NADH. Right. Now, where does the NADH go? If you're doing regular respiration, let's see, where does the NADH go? Not Krebs cycle.
What's the question?
Yeah. So if you're doing respiration, where does the NADH go next?
Electron.
Yeah, electron transport chain. Right. Okay. Now. All right. So this is respiration. Now we're talking about fermentation. Alright, so where does the NADH go in fermentation?
Pyruvic acid.
Alright? So that's that's the point. You don't know where it goes. It doesn't go anywhere. Okay? So you have NADH, right? But because you don't have the rest of those metabolic pathways, like especially the electron transport chain, it doesn't go anywhere. Okay? However, you have to do something with it. Okay, so let me try to explain it to you this way. So, let's say you're doing glycolysis, right? You're doing fermentation, you do glycolysis over and over again to get your energy, right? You're making NADH as a result of this. Okay? Now, where does the NADH come from? What's used to make NADH? NAD plus, right? So actually it's NAD plus. Goes into glycolysis, and then it goes out as NADH. Okay? What's going to happen as you go through glycolysis over and over again? What's going to happen to the NAD plus?
It's used for energy.
Yeah, more or less. Less. If you do this over and over again, what's going to happen to your NAD plus? Reduces until it's all gone. Okay? Right? And what happens in glycolysis if you don't have any NAD plus? Can you do it? No, right? So everything comes to a grinding halt. Okay? So that's a problem if you're doing fermentation. Right? Because you're going to run out of NAD plus. So where you get the NAD plus is you get it back from NADH. Okay? Alright? So that's how you keep glycolysis going. Now, next question is how do you do that? And this diagram shows you what happens. Okay, so here you go from NAD plus to NADH. So how do you get the NAD plus back? When does that happen? It happens in fermentation, right? You can see it right here. Okay, so this gives you a different perspective on fermentation, right? When we think about fermentation, okay, you may be thinking this in row, right? We're thinking about things like this, like wine and beer after class. Okay? Or you may be thinking about food, all right? However, if you're a bacteria, you're not thinking of that from that perspective, you're thinking about it from this perspective. The reason why you do these things is so that you can get back your NAD plus so that you can do glycolysis again. Because that's where all your energy is coming from. Okay? So, biologically, or microbiologically, that's why bacteria have fermentation, is so that they can regenerate the NAD plus. Right, so in your notes, when you see that, that's what that refers to. Okay? Right, any questions about that? Right, so that's an important part of fermentation. That's the reason why bacteria do it. Right? They don't care about giving you alcohol, making you drunk, or giving you food. Right? They care about getting back their NAD plus. Okay? All right, any questions about that? All right, so now let me talk about, let me do this. I am going to, just to make sure we have enough time to get you thinking about this, let me give you this worksheet here. Well, first of all, I'm going to pass it out to you, and then I'll explain a little bit about this to you. So we'll get back to lecture in a little bit, but let me just give you this right now.